Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Valence League's Division 1. And it's a hype matchup. Two undefeated teams will face each other in Division 1's Group A. I am Motoja, I'm here with Honest, and we're very happy to cast this one for you today.
Hello, Joe. How are you doing?
I've been better, I've been worse. It's a bit hot, but we're going to get over that because the matchup is going to be even hotter. Today, we have 7-5-2 facing Aeon. And as I said before, these are both undefeated so far. I think you've faced them, or at least one of them.
Yeah, as I subbed in for Neverland Crusaders, and we got whooped by 752, so they're pretty good.
Right. And
Uh,
on the other side, obviously, names we have seen before winning this league, especially Pyrotom and Trollu, two absolute goats of the scene so far.
yeah, I
Really,
believe together combined it's like 12 titles from Division 1 among all of them.
yeah, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
All right, then. And we're ready to hop right into Champion Select with the first bands coming out any moment. Anything in particular you expect to be gone?
Well, I expect Goob's Victor to be gone. That's like one champion everyone bans against 752. Also, we see the Renekton band versus the Salty Croc, who's Renekton main, as his name suggests, and the Zerath band versus Trollu. He's been playing it a lot. Samira, which is also Ratboy's main, and as Ruben has said before, the old Horizon Shadow has had a curse against Samira, so they don't want to let it open. And last week's, or I believe last matches, Trollus special, so the Twisted Fate is banned, and the Aatrox, so they are focusing the Salty Croc in the bans.
Yeah, looks quite like it. The band's going very, very fast. Both teams clearly having a plan coming into this Champion Select. Now, quite a few power picks in this meta are still open. We're going with the Tristana first pick.
Yeah, pretty strong AD carry. I think it's also a takeaway from Radboy. And I believe it can also go mid and AD carry. Maybe not so much mid anymore, but it still has some flex potency. So we'll see. And the answer is Zinzao, which is probably like one of the strongest junglers on the current patch.
Yeah, if you want to go for early ganking and want to have physical damage in the jungle, Zinzao is at the moment the pick to watch. Of course, on the magic damage side, there would be Diana, which could be the logical answer here as the Zin gets paired with even more crowd control. As it looks like the Leona, no, we're
Oh,
going with
the
the Seraphine.
Seraphine. A pick that fell out of favor a little bit, but it's also a flex pick. I believe both Goob and Flash play it. So both teams trying not to show too much in the first couple picks, which I really like.
Right, then let's see what is going to be the response here. Do expect a support to come out to pair with the Tristana. We're going to have a very late game pick here in the Tarek for Lamps.
Yeah, Tarek has been buffed a lot lately, so I think the champion it might be a little bit slept on. And the Sejuani, which I think Pyrotom has been playing a little bit. We have seen a bit of Sejuani top lane in the pro play with the Anathema Chains Rush. Uh, but we'll see. I think it's going to be in jungle. And the Mordekaiser blind pick. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of blind picking Mordekaiser, but we will see what the Salty Croc can do on this pick.
Yeah, to be fair, they now get two bans to ensure that this Mordekaiser is fully unleashed, and we know how dangerous a champion he can become when he gets even the slightest lead in the lane. It's going to be extremely tough to shut him down because when you gank him, he's just going to ult one of you and kill you one after the other. As Corki is the next ban from the side of 752.
Yeah, Corki, the VL special, is banned. That kind of suggests that the Seraphine is mid, but I'm not entirely sure. It might still be a flex, so we will see. But yeah, 4 bans for mid lane champions. I guess Ziggs is also played bot lane nowadays, but
True, the
752
Tristana
really,
could be a solo lane pick here,
yeah,
yeah.
but 752 really focusing Trollulu here, and Jinx ban. That's
It's
still a
five mid lane bans.
yeah, 5 mid lane bans.
Trollulu the new Bergson. Now let's see the very final ban of this first game in this best of three. What do Aeon want gone from their opposition? They're gonna ban another 80 carry. They got 1 second.
Yeah,
There it
it's
is. The
fine.
Ezreal is gone, which would, I think, suggest a Tristana bot lane remainder.
Yeah,
But we'll see. We'll see. Another blind pick here going to come out from 752. Now, if they're smart, they pick their 80 carry now to hide where the Seraphine is going.
yeah, I think so. That's the best idea here. Let's see what Radboy is gonna play. No, it's gonna be the
Oh,
Lulu.
Lulu
So
lock in. Seraphine
yeah,
mid.
so that's a Seraphine mid because I don't think Seraphine Lulu bot lane is the play. So yeah, uh,
Yeah.
Flash, Flash is mm, like I know he likes his enchanters, so and that's a pretty nice lane counter into Taric, I believe. But yeah, uh, so but Lams is probably looking to scale up with the champion. And the Fiora into the Mordekaiser Spike Spiegels coming to play.
Yeah, he woke up and chose violence today, and he's gonna try to unleash it onto the Salty Crop with that Fiora. The duels in the top lane are going to be legendary, as they say. Let's
Yeah,
see what the final pick for this composition is. It is
hey
probably the
Victor.
victor for Trollulu. You expected it to be banned away from Goop.
Yeah,
It's gone all the way to the last pick, but it's picked away from him. And so he's got this Seraphine mid. Let's see what they finalize their comp with on the other side. Varus, obviously, very strong champion. And Rat Boy would be fitting with the Twitch, but it's not going to be the Twitch.
yeah, we'll see what's gonna be Zaya to counter the all-in engage, which is like I don't think that he really needs the safety of Zaya, but I guess it's a comfort pick. Uh, so yeah, that's I'm not a huge fan of the Zaya here, but I guess it's uh, his highest champion on the list after Jinx, Tristana, Ezreal, and Samira have been taken away. It can still do some damage in the late game with with the help of Lulu and Seraphine. So we'll see how good Radboy is on the pick.
Right
Uh,
then. Yeah, as we see these compositions, what I really like about them is they're not all too one-dimensional, right? On the side of Aeon, we obviously have a lot of engage with the Sejuani and the Taric, but the Taric ultimate and the Tristana ultimate both also offer good forms of disengage or endurance in a fight when the other side engages on you. Similarly, on the other side, the Zinjao wants to go in, right? But there's also a lot on this team that will stop the enemy forces with their own defense tools, like the Seraphine ultimate. Zaya can, of course, ult away, and the wild growth from Lulu, very, very good at preventing a good engage. So now with these comps locked in, Honest, tell me, who do you think is going to win this game, or at least the other game?
uh, Based on the champions, I feel like it's gonna be Aeon. Although they have to be wary of the Zinzao, it's mostly on 752, so the bunch of nine numbers, aka Saros, to do some stuff in the early game. Uh, but some of them, I'm not sure how the bot lane matchup is supposed to go. I assume that Zaya will have push with Lulu versus a melee support. The Fiora matchup into Mordekaiser. At some point, Fiora just outscales and just murders the Mordekaiser uh, from playing it a fair bit of times. So I think keeping that Fiora down so it's not an issue in the late game is definitely something that 752 has to be wary of. And the mid lane is probably just gonna be a snooze fest. Two control mages.
Yeah, I agree with all what you said here. I think the onus to action is on 752 definitely, because while Seraphine is a champion that scales extremely well, similarly to the Lulu and a bit the Zaya, I think scaling in itself definitely should be on the side of Aeon here. Uh, Crafting a very, very late game comp. On the other side, Seraphine, Mordekaiser, and Zinzao are all champions that are extremely scary to go up against when they are ahead of you. So I think we're going to have a really interesting early game, and we're going to have to watch 752 on this Zinzao very, very closely.
Yeah, exactly. And he has a two champions that can support the Xin Zhao, and when he's going in, both the Seraphine and Lulu can make him a really scary boy. So we will see how it goes in the later stages as well. If he gets fed, this Xin Zhao will be really scary. But at the same time, if Aeon just gets to their power spikes, I think it's gonna be a dub for them.
Yeah, Tarek ult in the late game obviously is an extremely scary prospect, giving you a couple of seconds of invulnerability when you can back it up with the DPS of a Victor and a Tristana in the team fights. Not something you want to have against you when they all got a few items. And of course, in addition to that, the CC that Sejuani can provide, provided she's not immediately blown up or altered away by a Mordekaiser, will lock you down quite a while.
Yeah, and it's also a bit hard for the Xin Zhao to just go in with zone control from Victor, the Taric, and the Tristana. So we will see. We'll see. I'm really interested to see how it will turn out, and we are loading into the game right now.
Yeah, loading screen running. The two strongest teams so far in Division 1A, both undefeated, 2-0 in matches, 4-1 in games, both of them. So they hope to find their first real challenge today. Both bot lanes, by the way, opting for the exhaust on the AD carry and the heal on the support. Thoughts on that?
Uh, I guess for having exhaust versus a Tristana, so she can't just jump you, is a pretty good idea on the AD carry. Uh, Also, the Tristana, I guess, wants to exhaust as she's jumping in. I'm not quite sure what the idea is, but uh, heal on the enchanter supports, I guess, is a pretty neat idea because AD carries don't necessarily need it.
Right,
Okay.
as we're about to pause at the 10-second mark to synchronize with production, we see the champions spawning in the fountain, and we have an
Okay.
in-game pause helping us with the synchronization here. Looks like a computer issue on the side of Goob.
Yeah, that's what sometimes happens with Goop. I remember we were playing versus Goop a little bit back in Division 3. It was, I believe, Split 4 in the finals. I don't remember exactly. I think it was split 4. Back when we got whooped 3-1, 3-1 as 7 deadly sins.
Well, let's not talk about the past. Let's talk about the future.
Yeah, but one thing, Goop might be in Division 1, but one thing never changes. So he's PC, not doing
Yeah,
too well. Haha.
just like Hashi's ping, it's always
Yeah.
going to be a meme. Right then. Now with these teams giving us some time to think about this, anything in particular with the rune choices that jumps out to you, and do you expect one of the teams to invade maybe in the level 1 stage?
I don't really think that the invade is a possibility for either of the teams. They don't really have the best setup. Maybe the Taric team, but I guess Taric team with Sejuani is pretty nice. But I think both teams should just take it slow. You don't really want to flip and risk anything. So yeah. The 752 doesn't really want to invade into a Sejuani Taric, but I don't think Sejuani Taric want to invade themselves as well. So it should be a slow one. And
Right.
speaking of runes, I'm not really seeing anything in particular. Aftershock on Taric, I thought Taric mostly goes Guardian, but I guess Aftershock also works.
Right then, we seem to be live once again. The teams are about to exit the fountain. Well, let's see if they surprise us with an invade or if what you say will hold true. It looks like they're all fanning out in a 5-point start, just making sure no surprises for them are going to happen. As Riot Games does what it does best, and after a pause gives us a short extra pause.
Yeah.
But it should be moving fluently right now again. Um, let's see where the junglers opt to start here. Oh, there
Oh,
could be some late invade for wards. They're just looking at each other though. Bit of damage on the Pyrotom. Nothing all too threatening yet. The ward gets cleared. First success for the side of Aeon. 10 gold, lane 1.
Yeah, Aeon with the mental edge after clearing the ward and the gold edge. We said 752 has to do stuff in the early game, and they are already losing, so it's
Yeah.
kind of doomed.
10 gold lead. What are you going to do against that? Paratom actually reset. He had the time after that damage he took from Zaya. Just wants to go into the jungle at the maximum possible health. We see actually not a same side start as we see 752 on the red buff, but Paratom chooses his own red buff to start. So they're on opposite sides of the map, even if they have the same buffs.
Yeah, so Pyrotom might look to get Spike ahead on this Fiora, which is like one thing that we said is gonna be really scary, because if the Fiora gets ahead versus a Mordekaiser matchup, it can get really scary for the Mordekaiser. And on the other hand, it looks like 752 wants to protect his bot lane from any aggression from the Tristana Taric duo.
Yeah. Slight edge for that, again, on the side of Aeon, is their ward was not cleared on the enemy Raptor camp. So they will know exactly that this Xin Zhao just left the Raptor camp to go towards his blue side jungle. And
Yeah.
they are already pinging him on the wolves as the top laners duel a bit, and Salty Croc not looking good in that exchange.
Really nice trade from Spike. And we see the stun lands in the bot
very
lane,
nice jump.
trading both in the bot lane and the top lane. Spike is hit, I believe, 2 vitals in a row, which is gonna hurt the Mordekaiser a lot.
Oh, that's a good route onto Key, but no follow-up damage here. So far, all the lanes looking a bit better for Aeon in the earliest of the trades, but of course this could change, especially when the Xin Zhao starts walking to the lanes and helping out his teammates there.
Yeah, but so far both of the junglers are full clearing, although 752 has skipped his Krugs and he's gonna look for the bottom scalpel, while Pyrotom is just full clearing his top side and gonna look for the top side scuttle. Now a good trade for Salty Croc, so he's recovering a little bit.
Yeah.
And another root lands on the key.
Yeah, that is a life-saving stun for Key here, as he's down to 100 HP approximately with a good push. Oh no, the feather comes in, but he survives Flash hit by Flash, but the heal saves Key, and that's a Flash for heal exchange. Slight edge for Aeon, even though their AD carry is the one with barely any health.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Radboy is kind of popping off in the laning phase, and we see that Xin Zhao is looking for something.
Great, Fiora stun, flash away from Salty Croc, and now they're going to dive Key and Lamps, or at least trying to. Key jumps away, flash behind from 752, but the Tristana gets away. Now Lamps is stuck under his tower against 3 enemies, but they don't seem to try to keep diving, or do they? 752 walking around the tower once again.
Yeah, they are pushing the wave in, and yeah, they're just gonna push this in and they reset, I assume. Although Lamps is looking to catch some XP, yeah.
Oh,
and he traded.
Diverting the minions away. This could be dangerous. He's taking a lot of damage here.
Yeah, he tried to freeze the wave for Key, but can't really do that in the face of 2 enemies.
Right, and Pyrotom top lane once again, but this time his top lane is not quite there. He's trying to occupy the Salty Croc, but the Claw just pushes him away. He gets the stun though, but here comes Trollu, roamed up from the mid lane, gets a laser proc in, but not quite enough damage to really threaten the Salty Croc, who had lost his flash in that earlier exchange. So good idea to roam there from Trollu. Good for Salty Croc on evading this gank.
Yeah, he lost a little bit of a wave in the mid lane, but he's still 1 CS ahead over Goob. So I don't think it was the worst. And we see the wave is in a really bad spot for the Salty Croc, so Spike will just farm it out. He's trading it, really nice parry.
Yeah, he gets these parries on the claws really, really well, but Salty Croc with the passive doing a lot of damage back. Both of them coming out worse for wear in this exchange. But I think Spike Spiegel is going to be happy with that. Look at this wave state. Forcing Salty Croc to recall here will give him a lot of an advantage in the CS and XP department.
Yeah. Spike was getting hit by a lot of minions in that exchange, so the trade didn't go as well. And now we're looking for the gank for Trollulu, but I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's already walking towards his red buff. He's going to walk behind that to be safe. They did leave a vision ward behind the red buff pit, which Trollulu noticed, but for now it's there. Looking like Power Tom is going to go clear that, but this is going to cost him a little bit in the mid lane with that force recall.
Yeah, but he's gonna TP it back, so he's gonna be fine. And he also has the Lost chapter on the Victor, which is a really nice buy for the laning phase.
Well, they actually did not clear that ward. So no information advantage 752. And the dragon has been started by Xin Zhao. Meanwhile, the top laners want to exchange blows once again. Spike Spiegel is level 6 first, so he gets the ultimate off of Salty Croc. 3 vitals procced, 4 vitals procced, but it's not enough damage just yet. Another parry trying to get some more damage back onto the Salty Croc, but it's just not enough to really threaten a kill here.
Yeah, like we see that Spike knows how to play this matchup. He's bullying Salty Croc a little bit. And the amount of pressure that Aeon has put in the top lane is looking to be paying off.
Alright, dragon has been picked up. It was a mountain one. And as you said, the top lane CS lead already quite big, as we see a stun land in the bot lane. Some more damage exchanged. Lamps going out well with this. The aftershock really working for the moment. Just as an update, the next dragon will be an infernal one. So either a cloud or an ocean soul later in the game.
Yeah, let's hope for the Ocean Soul, because it's
Oh no,
the less boring one from the two.
oh, almost a double stun here from Lamps. Oh, we're gonna see the dive is Salty Croc, not level 6 yet. He's gonna try to kill some minions, but he's just dead before he can do anything. First blood goes to Pyrotom. Very well executed dive in the top lane. And look at how behind he is in CS now. This is not good for the Salty Croc, who doesn't even have his TP.
Yeah, the top lane is pretty doomed, and
Oh,
let's see, a gank. And
very nice dodge from Tolu. He gets his own ultimate off. This is a lot of damage back onto 752. They're gonna try to dive him, but everyone gets out alive for now. Stun misses in the bot lane. Surprisingly, with all this action, only one death.
Oh yeah, but you gotta appreciate the sidestep from Trollulu. Wonderful, wonderful stuff.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Sidestepping that encore there in the mid lane. Very well done. Multiple time VL Division 1 champion showing his accolades here in the mid lane.
Yeah. And as we said, we want to see action from this Xin Zhao. So far, he's not been doing too well. And as we said, top lane looking kinda doomed.
Oh.
And the stun lands.
That is good damage onto Red Boy. The bomb is going to explode for some more. Good trade for the bot lane of Aeon. Key and Lamps re-establishing dominance. Key was a bit behind in CS earlier, but he's caught up. He's ahead himself now, even if just barely. And together with that 20 CS lead in the top lane, really looking good here. We have an almost 1500 gold lead for Aeon.
Yeah, he's not only ahead in CS, he also has a call. So all the CS he's getting also giving him a little bit more money. So yeah, they might be losing the trades a little bit, but Key just wants to farm it out.
Oh, it's a 2-level lead for Spike off that earlier dive. Salty Croc not really having a good time right now. Having just some bits and pieces versus already an Iron Spike whip and the Lone Sword and Ruby Crystal that Spike is carrying. Xin Zhao is around, but at this point I'm not really sure if he could win that 2v1 actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, and we've all been there. Playing
Yeah.
bot lane, getting ganked a lot, and just being 2 levels down, and like, what can I do, lads? What can I do?
Oh,
Oh,
Spike has found him in the Tri-Brush, going for it now. Xin Zhao is behind, but can he be there in time? Spike Spiegel will walk away here. He knows
And
Pyrotom is
Pyrotom
around.
is
This could
also
be
around.
a big 2v2.
yeah, and Pyrotom has gotten the Rift Herald, so he wants to put even more money into this Fiora.
Oh, Trollulu, he might have caught himself a Demacian here. There lands the ultimate from Sejuani, but he gets away by using his own ultimate. The Chaos Storm is doing so much damage, though. this will force Xin Zhao very far away from the action. Look at this, below 400 HP. They're stealing the jungle camp here, and this top side completely belongs to Aeon at the moment.
Yeah, one thing, guys, like I'm saying again, we didn't want this to happen for 752, but it looks like the top side is spiraling out of control. Oh,
yeah, I think Lamp's overextended here. Uses the ultimate to stay alive. They dodge the Seraphine ultimate once again. Can they survive? It's not looking good for Lamps, but his AD carry might get out of this. They get a kill in the bot lane onto the support, who overextended into the river. Now, can they do something in the top lane? The Herald has already been summoned, but it's not looking like they got the tower there.
yeah, they only got the plates, but I think that's enough. The Fiora is so accelerated. I think the God Drinker is gonna come in soon. And yeah, it's gonna get worse and worse with every item that Spike buys. It's not yet on the Guard Drinker, but Phage is also a really nice buy for the Fiora.
Gets the boots in addition to that. The push in the bot lane not resulting in another plate. Another good news for Aeon, as this dragon is about to spawn in 15 seconds. This is, at the moment, most of what their win option is here for 752. They got the first dragon. They could try early stacking, but it's not looking like they want to rush this one, as they have to assume almost all of Aeon is going to be here, as they've just cleared all the wards from that southern quadrant.
Yeah, and we see the Mythic coming in for Goob, the Moonstone on the Seraphim. So this can be pretty problematic, really strong item on the champion. But let's see if they even want to contest the dragon.
Yeah, Dragon has been engaged. It's already below 2,500 HP, below 2,000. It looks like the engage is going to happen. Xin Zhao jumps in into 4 people. He's way too deep, all alone. Wild Growth will keep him alive some time longer. Here comes the teleport from Mordekaiser and Fiora. Fiora jumping into everybody. Spike with a good block here to stay alive. They get the dragon, but can they get out? Health bars are dropping lower and lower. Spike is healing up a little bit. Paratom taking the brunt of the damage. Feathers come back. 1 death already on one side, and they're chasing Spike, who has to flash away. Ratboy and Kino 1v1. Key used the exhaust to stay alive, but it's looking like he's losing. Lamps will fall. Flash away from Key. It's 3-0 for the side of 752. That's a prize worth a dragon.
Yeah, really chaotic fight. I believe what we saw on the screen was Fiora locked in the Mordekaiser ultimate, which looked pretty hilarious. Looked like they are just running around the fight. But yeah, really good fight for 752. I didn't expect them to be able to pull it off, but yeah. And the Seraphine is really fed now. 3-0-1 with the Moonstone already completed. We'll see what Goop decides to buy next. But yeah, really good fight. They needed some gold in their pockets, so let's see what they will do with it.
Yeah, and some gold they got. They swung the game by around 2k. They were behind around 1500. Now they're ahead around 500. Very, very good fight there. Great use of these defensive ultimates from their 2 enchanters. And keeping that front line alive was absolutely vital there. And as you said, now Goob is very, very fed. But can he escape Spike Spiegel, who's just caught him in the tri-brush? And yeah, it looks like he can get away.
Spike fancies another shot, but Xin Zhao is here, so he's just gonna go back to farming.
Right, and some vision clearing once more here. A lot of wards being exchanged in this southern and eastern quadrant of the map. For now, it looks like we are calming down a little bit. New lane assignments have come through from 752, putting the bot lane in the middle, and the Seraphine in the top, but Seraphine's coming back mid, while Spike and 752 are having themselves a 1v1. Surprisingly, the jungler is coming out ahead, and the teleport from Goob is coming as well. Spike has to run. Jump on by 752. Here comes Seraphine's ultimate! No, not even the ultimate, just the root, and it's a kill onto the top laner. That is not good for Spike. He needs to be ahead.
Yeah, Xin Zhao with the red buff. Really balanced champion. Yeah. Level down 1v1ing the Fiora, it's a pretty interesting sight.
Yeah, pretty unusual here. And they managed to give another assist to Goob on that Seraphine, who will remain in the top lane for now. So the new lane assignments are mid.
Yeah, the Seraphine is accelerated, but what you want to look at is probably the Xayah and the Xin Zhao, which are gonna be the recipients of the buffs from both Lulu and the Seraphine. So Yeah, the Zaya and Zinzao are also in a pretty decent spots. So it can get a little bit scary for Aeon.
Yeah. For now, Zaya is just a little bit behind in the bot lane compared to the Tristana, about 200 gold, not even that. Well, as for now, Pyrotom's still ahead of 752 with that farm lead, but negligible, the leads in that regard. Meanwhile, the top lane gap has completely closed, and that is, I think, the vital thing here to look at for 752. This Mordekaiser is about even in gold now with the Fiora. The question is, will Fiora outscale too fast for him, or can he bind her in the side lane 1v1?
Well, Spike fails the reset on the Q. And let's see if 752 are fancying their chances at the fight for second Rift Herald.
It's not
Looks
looking like anyone's
yeah,
fighting here at the moment. New lane assignments once again. Trollolu is back in the mid lane. Spike is back in the top lane, fancying his chances against that Seraphine a little more than against the bot lane in the middle.
yeah. So we're seeing a little bit of a ping pong. Both teams just pushing waves into each other, just chilling a little bit.
Yeah, resets coming in for 752. This dragon in 40 seconds. They want to be ready for that with the items they're buying right now. We have mythics on 3 of 5 members completed, 4 mythics on the side of Aeon. Scuttlecrab secured by Pyrotom, so they will have that vision. Definitely. Fiora in the top lane will also put pressure on this turret that they sent the Rift Herald on earlier. For now, map position does belong to them. The question is if the fight is going to go differently this time.
Yeah, and Goop cancels the reset, so he will not have any buys for the next fight around this dragon.
Oh.
It looks like. Oh!
One stun, 2 stuns, another stun, ult away from Xin Zhao. Can he survive this? He needs the blast plant. He gets it, but the bomb is on him. He flashes away under his own tower. The Taric ultimate actually coming through, but they don't choose the dive because behind them is the enemy team. Without the Taric ultimate, this is going to be a really difficult fight. Seraphine gets 2 charms off, and now Xin Zhao comes back in from behind. Lamps is already fallen. They get the exhaust onto Xin Zhao, but Key will not be able to survive. Xin jumps on him, survives on a sliver of health. Pyrotom is in the Mordekaiser ultimate and will fall. 2 for nothing so far for the side of 752, and they're pulling in Trollolu with the Mordekaiser claw. Can he walk away? Flash for flash exchanged. And the solo laners are the only ones still alive from the side of Aeon. Fiora has been pushing the top lane, gets 1 tower, might get another one, but the dragon will fall to the side of 752, who killed 3 members once again. And the prize is 2 towers that Spike will take for himself.
Yes. Aeon overcommitted for the pick on the Zinzao. They thought they can get him, and afterwards they didn't really have much in the tank after blowing both the Taric and the Sejuani ultimate, and then got pincered by the 752 and couldn't really do anything. Spike didn't even bother TPing into that fight, which I think was a good idea after the initial what initially transpired in the fight. So yeah, I think was a decent decision by Spike. But yeah, nice, another nice fight by 752, and 752 the player showing how balanced the Zinzao with Gordrinker is, surviving so much.
Yeah, very,
And getting
very strong there.
on the key.
Yeah, something to note here, because of the towers that Spike got for himself in the top lane, with the 1 tower falling in the bot lane from themselves, the gold is about dead even for the teams. But it looks like Trollolu is getting ganked in the top lane here. There's a bunch of people coming. Salty Croc for now in the 1v1 misses the claw. Very well done by Trollolu with the use of that phase rush to get away from the CC to survive the gank.
Yeah, and I think we will get some calmer moments for now. Both team wanna farm it out, get to the second items on their carries, on their champions. See a lot of healing reduction coming in on both teams.
Yes, smart
I
choice again with the champions there. One thing I want to note before we go into the next phase where there's going to be fights. We said earlier that the Mordekaiser had caught up in farm. Now with these 3 towers that Spike has taken for himself and the farm that accompanied them, he's now 1,000 gold ahead of the Mordekaiser again. He is going to be a threat in any 1v1. Very, very likely.
Yeah, he's gonna be a threat for in the 1v1, but I'm not sure how much he can do in team fights, and it's looking like the team fights are going by far in the 752's favor. So yeah, uh, this Fiora, even though she's ahead, she's not doing that much in the end, and they picked her as an answer to Mordekaiser, and 752 is doing a smart thing. Oh, let's wait.
Oh, Spike is going to dive Goop. The Vitals are proccing. W for the slow. Q for the shutdown. Spike Spiegel's fully online.
Yeah, Goop really disrespecting the Fiora and getting punished for it. And we see the Baron started immediately once they see 752 in the top lane, in the bot lane, sorry.
Yeah, smart choice here. Now we have the revival of the 1v1 between Fiora and Xin. This time though, Spike opting against it as he's already used the Grand Challenge against Goop. Meanwhile, his team engaging the Baron, knowing the jungler to be bot lane and the mid laner to be dead. It's already at around 3k HP. The bomb has exploded. Now it's up to Pyroton with the smite. It does get killed by Key, and the fight is on. Ratbear already has gotten the wild growth, gets exhausted though. Taric ultimate making 4 members invincible for a short time so they can get away from the Baron. The root from Victor making sure no chase is coming in, but the chase is coming from the other side. Goob has come in. Trollaloo gets charmed up. Xin jumps on him. Can he get the kill? Yes, he can. It's a redemption kill, so to speak, for losing the Baron. Meanwhile, Spike Spiegel, with the help of the Baron buff, is pushing and pushing and pushing. The recalls are now coming in. Baron picked up by Aeon. Suddenly, they're 3,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, that was a really nice call by Aeon. Immediately going on the Baron once they saw the Xin Zhao in the bot lane. Yeah, no hesitation. They pay the price with 1 death on Trollaloo, who actually had a shutdown on himself from the amount of farm he has gotten. Chasing the clock on the Victor, 196 CS in 23 minutes.
Yeah, pretty
But
nice.
yeah, I think he will take it. 1 pick for the Nashor, and Spike has been getting the towers in the bot lane, in the top lane as well. So I was saying the Fiora is not doing that much work, and now Spike is popping off, getting the 1v1. I think that was a mistake from Goop, just walking a bit too close to the Fiora instead of just clearing the wave from the distance. But yeah, we'll see. Now we have a fight for another Drake.
Yeah, 11 seconds until the spawn. The teams are preparing. So far, Vision belongs to 752. But look at your minimap down in your right-hand corner. Victor is in a flank position. The question is if they collapse on him, can he get away in time? It looks like it. The Dragon, though, has been engaged. Meanwhile, Fiora is pushing the top lane. He looks like Spike wants that inhibitor more than he wants the Dragon. Gets the tower already. Dragon will fall any second. Here it is. It's a 3rd Dragon for the side of 752, and they're now on Soul Point. This could be an Ocean Soul in 5 minutes. For now, though, they are going to get this inhibitor. Spike not really phased by the Salty Croc being there, and that's a trade I would probably take.
Yeah, and the rest of Aeon just decided to go into the mid lane, getting the tier 2 as well. So they know they can't really fight for the Drake. They just decided to do take a smart decision and just go for the towers, get the standing gold from the map. So yeah, we'll see. It's looking like an interesting game. More of a macro-oriented Aeon versus 752, who just brute force the team fights, and let's see how it ends. Because as you said, the soul point is on the menu for 752.
Yeah, and the hero reduction or no, a 3 Ocean Dragon Ocean Soul with Seraphine is a scary prospect, even if you're 4,000 gold ahead, as Aeon are now. Now let's see what they use the pressure the inhibitor gives them for. I assume they're going to try and get something in the bot lane as well, but for now, it's just the Vision War.
Yeah, and the Fiora is getting scarier and scarier. He's on a 2.5 items. He's gotten the Ravenous Hydra, so it's gonna be really hard to force him out.
Oh, Pyrotom misses the Glacial Prison. Now they will have to disengage, but can you disengage from a Zinzao? Yes, you can with a Buster Shot, getting that champion away from you. I do have to Flame Spike a little bit. He's not sold his Doran's Blade for a Vision Ward. Bad, bad, bad.
Yeah, and we see he's getting close to his third item when the Mordekaiser is only on 2. So yeah,
Oh,
that's things. But Aeon just pushing in the mid lane.
yeah, they want to give the pressure to Spike to be free to get the tower in the side lane. With the super minions coming in the top lane, it's a 3-lane pressure point at the moment with a 4-1 split. The super minions acting as quasi another champion in that top lane. So far, though, Mordekaiser has been able to clear out these super minions in the top lane quite effectively. They've not gotten all too much damage onto these towers just yet.
Yeah, and in the mid lane is just a poke war between the Victor and the Seraphine. Seraphine just healing everyone up to full. And
They're still pushing, yeah?
yeah, we're seeing the 2 items coming in for Zaya
Oh.
as well as Seraphine, and they are looking for Spike. The
Yeah, exhaust on him. He gets the spear on him, and 752 jumps, gets the smite. That's a good parry, but it's not. It is enough. He survives. Now Pyrotom has to get out himself. They get another tower in the mid lane now, and the feathers come back for Rat Boy and the Feather Storm. Pyrotom has successfully saved his top laner from an extremely dicey situation, and they even got the tower as well. So far, Aeon's map play is just working so well. Almost 2 minutes until the dragon. Another W for them for now.
Yeah, Aeon has been playing really well.
Oh, Trollolu caught here. He did dodge the ultimate from Seraphine, but has to flash away now. And 752 is jumping onto him with the flash. Gets the ultimate off as well. They get the kill onto the Victor. And it's a killing spree for Xin Zhao. Still 1 minute 20 before the dragon spawns. So Trollolu will be back for that. Good pick, though.
Yeah, definitely a good pick. Punishing the overextension from Ruben. Let's see if they can get anything from it. I don't think they really can. They'll just take the time to reset. Let's see if Seraphine has the Seraph's Embrace. Not quite. Okay, he has the Seraph's Embrace, so that's a big spike as well.
Let's see how far Trollolu is away. You need 360, right? He's on 351. Yeah. He's almost there as well.
9 stacks,
yeah. And I think hero reduction now on almost every member here. Pyrotom has the Bramble Vest. There is an Oblivion Orb on Trollolu. On the other side, Execution is calling in the pockets of Ratboy. Just like the Chemtech Purifier is on Seraphine, who will be able to spread that Grievous wounds. But meanwhile, the fight is already going on. Stun has landed onto Ratboy. He uses his ultimate to try and get away. He roots 3 members. The Tarek ult comes out. Spike has already killed the Seraphine, though. That's the key member to kill. Flash already dead as well. Double kill for Spike Spiegel. And the gold on the Fiora is paying off big time. 3 for nothing so far. And they're going to get the Xin Zhao as well. It's going to be a 4 for nothing. This could already be the end of the game. Trollolu gets killed by Salty Croc in the Death Realm. But doesn't even matter. It's 4 alive against 1. The inhibitor has respawned, but they're going to kill it immediately. Spike. Oh, wait, Spike didn't die. Trollolu died. Pardon me. But they're 4v1 pushing, and I think this could be the end of the game. Salty Croc, does he have anything left in the quiver to try and defend his base? It's not looking good. The claw hits 1, but the towers are already killed. 6 seconds until Goob respawns, and the Nexus is in their sights. The minions, they don't care about them. Nexus falls 1-0 Aeon.
Yeah, I think Spike heard me talking smack and just pops off in the final fight. Takes out the Seraphine, gets a double kill. Yeah, the Taric ultimate on the Fiora really scary. And yeah, very well played by Aeon. Even though they were down in kills the entire game, they have just won throughout the superior map play.
Yeah, they knew what they had to do. They had the Fiora, they wanted to split push, and split push they did.
Yeah, even though the fights were not going in their favor, they have won, and we will see what happens in the game too. What will 752 do to secure the or more like I should say to answer Aeon's play. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe not
I'm
blind pick
hoping
top
for a
lane.
good game too. Yeah, maybe don't blind pick top lane versus Spike Spiegel. We'll see uh, which side 752 will choose for the next game. So
Yeah. It does always feel a bit bad when you're ahead in kills the whole game, but then just lose to split pushing. As well as losing one fight to end the game, and you had won every fight before that. They have to reset their mental now. They're still very much in this series. They've played well themselves. They were just a little bit outmaneuvered. So I'm just as excited as you are for this second game. We're gonna see you guys again, or rather hear you guys again in about 3 to 5 minutes. Don't touch your browser. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in Balance League Division 1A, and Aeon have just taken the lead 1-0 over their competitors 7-5-2, the two undefeated teams so far in this division. I am still Mortaja. I'm still with Honest. That was a banger of a first game. We rarely see split wash wins in this league, right?
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but Spike showing up, taking the tower after the tower, even going for the hull breaker in the end as his third item. Didn't really matter because they won immediately afterwards, so he didn't really do much split pushing with the item. But yeah, he was maybe not participating in the fights too much, but he was taking a tower after a tower, getting ahead in the early game over Salty Crocs Mordekaiser and popping off. But 752 has shown a lot of premise in the team fights. They have been playing those really well, even though they were kind of scrappy, so it might have been hard to play out some of those fights. They got ahead in the Dragons, but they couldn't really stop the Fiora, and in the end, Aeon has went as a winner. So let's see what they can do to answer. 752 has switched the sides to the blue side, so let's see
Yeah,
what
first pick
they
on
would
their
show
side
for
now.
us.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah, and in the end, it turns out if your Fiora is really ahead and you have a Tarek to alter, she can become a teamfight champion. Something to
Exactly.
note before that last fight, they were 2 and 10 in kills, but ahead 4,000 gold. So they won the game still while being behind in kills. Impressive performance, especially from Spike there on that Fiora. Do you expect 752 to ban the champion now, or do you think they can just prevent the Fiora being picked by not blind picking top lane this time?
Yeah, I think the blind pick Mordekaiser is just kinda inviting Spike. Just come on, bro, let's pick a Fiora. That's a really good matchup for the Fiora. So, yep. I think maybe not pick the Mordekaiser blind to go for something a little bit safer in the top lane if you're gonna have to blind pick. Although maybe that was like his third most comfortable champion after getting little bit banned out. Uh, Getting both the Aatrox and the Renekton, which are his by far most played out. But let's see what actually happens now.
Yeah, all right then. The ban phase is starting. Reminder team on the red side, which is Aeon, are 1-0 ahead in this best of three. So backs to the wall for 752, who are on blue side and will have the first ban and the first pick, respectively. Now let's see what they go for. Still the Zerath ban. They're still targeting Trololu, who received 5 bans last game, picked Victor, and still did by far the most damage in the game.
Yeah, even though he went 0-3-1, he was doing a lot of damage. But yeah, the bans seem to be going exactly the same as the first game.
Now let's see if there is adaptation in the bans. No, still Zerath, Twisted Fate, Ziggs, 3 mid lane bans from the side of 752. Same bans also from Aeon. Now the difference to the first game is this time 752 on the blue side. They get first pick. What are they going to pick up?
Yeah, I think maybe the Tristana taken away. Oh, it's gonna
Oh.
be the Victor first pick. So Goob's most played champion getting first pick. I'm not sure what Troll is gonna show us to counter the Victor, but it's gonna be
Ooh.
interesting.
The
And the
question now is this a bot
Kog'Maw.
lane Kog'Maw or is Cholulu bringing out the AP Kog'Maw? I've seen it in solo queue a couple of times. It can be really, really threatening with a long range, but for now, we should probably expect it to be bot lane.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Kog'Maw Key has played, but he probably can do it. We'll see if it's gonna be paired up with an enchanter or if it's gonna be, as you say, an AP Cogmit, and it's gonna be Hecarim. That's one of the Pyrotom's picks. That's his bread and butter. He's been playing a lot of Hecarim all throughout his league career. Currently, 79% win rate in solo queue on the Hecarim. So this is a bit scary.
Yeah, very strong champion in general right now. The Hecarim will be all around the map with these fast four legs of his. Jinx Lulu could be the answer though from 752, an extremely potent bot lane combo. Reminder, the Jinx was banned last game in the second ban phase. This time they say, no, we want that champion. We're gonna show you why you wanted to ban it in the first game.
Yeah, another Lulu for Flash, also taking away the possibility of the Kog'Maw Lulu, which is definitely a really scary combo.
Oh,
And okay, it's
um,
gonna be a trash.
yeah, I
So
was
giving the
gonna say.
Kog'Maw a little bit of safety with the Lantern, which is definitely something that's needed for the immobile AD carry. And let's see where the bans take us.
Yeah, I was going to say Rel, not really a champion that's been favored in the meta recently. Also, with only CC as protection for the Kog'Maw could be a bit dicey. Mordekaiser taken off the plate here for Salty Croc.
Yeah, they don't want that disruption in team fights because it's definitely looking like a bit more team fighty comp uh, from Aeon now. They don't really have the split pusher yet, but we will see. Uh, yeah, I guess taking Salty Croc off farther off the comfort picks and the Fiora is out as well there. Really don't want Spike to pick up the champion again.
Yeah, two completely new champions in the top lane this game. Another top lane ban, the set. Salty Croc's champion pool really getting pushed here. He has a lot of solo queue games on Urgot, to be fair. So maybe he's going to go for that. But for now, let's wait for the last ban from 752. What do they not want to see on the enemy team? We're looking for solo laners mostly, I think.
Yeah, let's see if Troll is getting another one. No, it's gonna be the Shen. So this time, Ruben getting some air,
Yeah,
not getting five banned.
I like the Shen ban a lot because Shen is extremely good with Hecarim. I know we used it to great effect as well, and it would be another shield from across the map for Kog'Maw, so also something that you don't really want your enemies to have. So I really, really dig the Shen ban here. It's gonna be Varus, so we're either going to see Varus or Kog'Maw in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm wondering. I think it's gonna be the Cogmo mid. That
Yeah,
sounds a bit more like a Ruben champion than the virus.
definitely. Yeah.
And yeah, so looking for a little bit of a poke composition with the Cogmo and virus.
Oh, here
And we're
comes the Nocturne.
answering, yeah, with some dive to dive the Cogmo or the virus, not letting them play safe from the range.
Yeah, smart choice here, especially when you can speed him up and give him a shield with the Lulu. Can do a lot of damage to the backline. Speaking of lots of damage to the backline, here's the Wukong pick for the Salty Croc. He has to blind pick top again, but this time it's due to the nature of blue side, red side dynamics. Now let's see what Spike Spiegel wants to answer this Wukong with. He's probably got something in the pipeline, and I'm excited to see it.
Oh, it's gotta be the Kench, unbench the Kench, let's go. Unclog the frog. And Spike, I've seen him play it before. I believe he has been playing the Tam Kench a little bit. So yeah. I'm not sure how the matchup goes, but because Tam Kench does mostly magic damage, I assume it's not the best for Wukong. And yeah, Tam Kench getting some early armor can be really problematic to push out of the lane for the Wukong. And yeah, as we said, it's the Kog'Maw mid versus the Victor. So
Hmm.
another control mage kind of lane. Just
Yeah, the Tahm Kench also gives really good frontline for Kog'Maw and Varus. I'm really interested to see how they will play out these team fights. This is much more of a front to back comp than what they had in game one. Now with these
also
comps,
giving some protection.
yeah, definitely. With I think the consume is now on the ultimate though, so
Yes.
a lot less often than the old Tahm Kench, with which had the Devour on the W. not being able to save the Kog'Maw and the Varus quite as often, but still will give protection and good frontline. On the other side, we have very heavy engage with the Nocturne and the Wukong. They just want to ignore the frontline and go straight onto these two marksmen, or rather the marksman and the AP carry, as we assume Kog'Maw to go magic damage. Now, with these comps locked in, do you want to give me a prediction?
I think I still favor Aeon. I think if they protect their carries, right, and they have a lot of protection with the Thresh and the Tamkench, I think it will be a bit easier for them. Although, again, if the Nocturne and the Wukong get ahead, it might be a bit hard uh, for them to stay alive, even though they have a lot of safety with the Thresh Lantern and the Tamkench Devour. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be pretty similar to the previous game.
Yeah, and looking at the individual matchups in the lanes, I'm really interested to see what the Victor Kog'Maw matchup looks like. I haven't seen it much yet. So really interested to see what Goop will be able to do on his best champion, and also what Trololo will be able to do on this rather unusual one, which is something Trololo likes to do. Playing unusual champions. We've seen him play Garen mid in a final before, so
Yeah,
I'm
and
not a stranger to these weird picks.
I'm not sure if you've seen his Twisted Fate. Everyone's going the Everfrost Rapid Fire Cannon Twisted Fate. Ruben says no. He's going Ginzu's Kraken Slayer TF, the AD variant, the AD on hit variant.
Oh,
Been popping off with it a little bit. So yeah, no stranger to unconventional builds and champions.
yeah.
Maybe conventional champions, but unconventional builds. And I'm also interested to see how the top lane is gonna look. Spike has been in the early laning phase. He's definitely had some help, and he's been punishing the Salty Croc in the matchup.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I think this is a pretty volatile top lane matchup. Even though it's quote unquote only a bruiser versus a tank, Tahm Kench can become quite the lane bully if he gets ahead of you. But similar things can be said of the Wukong. If Wukong gets enough ahead of the Tahm Kench, he just shreds through the health bar. It's going to be extremely difficult for Spike to even farm his minions.
Yeah, we will see how proficient Spike is on the new and improved Tam Kench. Maybe whether improved or no, that's up for a debate. But yeah, uh, so we're going into the game.
Yeah, I'd say for solo lanes definitely improved because the W didn't like the old W wasn't as good in lane. The new one is much more with the added CC. It's like a small Malphite ultimate almost. So let's see what we are going to see in this game as the lights turn on in Summoner's Rift. We're going to be pausing at 10 seconds, I think, this time by ourselves to sync up with production, as I am right now.
Yeah, post.
And we are live on Summoner's Rift. Aeon versus 752. Aeon on the red side are 1-0 ahead. If they win this one, they win the series. Both teams so far undefeated in this league. And they're both spreading out level 1 again. Doesn't look like an early invade.
Yeah, and Ruben starting the tier just wanna scale up in the lane. He's versus Victor, so I assume the solo kill pressure is not gonna be too high, so it's just gonna be and he gets the tier stack and the mana flow band. I as well. I believe yes.
Yep.
So mental edge for Ruben.
The Trollulu special. On the other side, that little exchange meant that 752 on the Nocturne was able to put a ward onto the Raptor Pit, so information advantage for Team 752. And it seems like he's already exchanged his warding trinket for a sweeping one and is going towards his red buff. That's an interesting play there by Lamps. Not the best use of his early mana, but no consequences for now.
You know, he might have missed the flay, but he has the prestige skin. So
So he's
Yeah,
gonna be fine with it, right?
exactly.
Junglers once again starting on opposite or rather mirrored sides, both on the red buff, but uh, different sides of the map. Nocturne looking for the full clear, going towards the Krugs already. Similar things happening for Pyrotom on this Hecarim, so probably not quite as early the ganks this time as last game, but they still could prove me wrong, staying on their same side with the first gank.
Yeah, both of the junglers kind of want to farm until level 6, although Hecarim can gank early. Not so sure about Nocturne, but I assume Hecarim would prefer to avoid the Nocturne in the early game, not really want to meet up with him at any point, so they're just gonna go onto the different sides of the map.
Yeah, Trolulu already doing a lot of damage to Goob, and here comes a play that works for Lambs. That is good damage onto Ratboy. Doesn't quite get enough damage in return to justify this being called a trade. It's just some poke.
Yeah, the Varus can be really oppressive into the Jinx matchup. Uh, in the early game, the range on the Qs and the poke can be really oppressive. See Tam Kench going for a hard trade.
That's a nice stun there from Spike. Look at this, Salty Croc taking so much damage from that exchange. That's what I meant by the new W being good. He gets in melee range, he gets a knock up, ensures to get at least 1 or 2 stacks with that. Trollolo now taking some punishment from Goob. The first levels looked so good, but now he's the one taking more poke.
Yeah, but I assume Ruben will just probably just recall.
Got 60 stacks on that tier. Now let's see what he's going to pick up. He has around 600 gold.
Actually,
So
gridding a little bit, it's not gonna recall, but he has Pyrotom in really close, and Goop doesn't really have mana, so I don't think anything can happen in the mid lane.
yeah, Scuttlecrab is engaged, but Goop gets ganked by Pyrotom, and the E, auto, and Q is already enough for first blood for Pyrotom. As he got in game 1, he gets the first blood again. Really easy kill onto Goop, who just did not respect the Hecarim running out of the jungle.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a great escape by Spike. Spiegel gets the tethers on from 752, but that is a lot of health bar to chew through. Gets the stun onto him. Here comes Hecarim from behind. Now 752 on a sliver of HP. Can he get away on his own dark field? No, he cannot. Spike gets him with a tongue lashing. And it's 2-0 in kills. Meanwhile, the hook lands on the flash. The flay lands as well. Not really kill threat yet, but good damage in the bot lane as well from Aeon, who are now 1,500 gold ahead and keep trading here. Oh no, Spike, Salty Croc, what are you doing? He's so far ahead. All right.
Yeah,
No more
the
fighting for now.
Kench is popping off. The pick is really paying off for Spike. Once again, getting the counter pick in the top lane and doing. I'm just bopping
Oh.
Salty Croc. And he's gonna TP in, just go for a little trade, but Spike has his TP, gonna recall and come back to the lane. Yeah, we see right now all lanes for Aeon kinda just smashing the opposition.
Yeah, look at this. Trollulu a level down Goop, but still easily winning the trade. He's put that assist he had from that first blood kill to good use. Bought 2 amplifying tomes and is already doing a lot of damage with these Ws.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe Goop hasn't played versus a AP Kog'Maw mid a lot, so that's why he's struggling a little bit. It's definitely not a common pick.
Yeah, definitely not. Look at the bot lane though. A 12 CS lead as well for Key already. This Varus bullying the Jinx around. Speaking of bullying, Spike. Oh, does he get the knock up? He does get the knock up onto Salty Croc. Look how far he's pushed him away from the wave. He devours him. He is level 6 already. This is going to be big damage. Salty Croc flashes away. Spike flashes behind him, and a tongue lashing gets him another kill. This time it's a solo kill. Impressive stuff from Spike Spiegel, who, as we said in Champ Select of Game 1, has woken up and chosen violence today.
Yeah, Spike is not letting Salty Croc breathe at all. To be
Right.
fair, you're getting a counter pick in the top lane, so you're expecting it to win, but Spike both getting ganked and just turning it around with the help of Pyrotom. And he's getting ganked again.
Yeah, while his team is doing Dragon, he's getting ganked in the top lane. He will get away from Salty Crop with a W, but the tethers made him run away in fear. Can he get enough return damage onto the Nocturne to stun him? Spell Shield is on, so no stun. Gets the Grey Health. Now he uses it for a shield. Escapes the gank fairly simply. Looked close, but wasn't as close as it looked. Meanwhile, Dragon picked up, pushing in the mid lane by Trololo. Aeon putting on a clinic so far, now stealing even the red buff. They are in absolute control of this game.
Yeah, it's looking worse and worse with
Oh
every
no.
moment. And now Flash is gonna get caught.
There is the Hecarim ultimate. Flash is in the pit. He has his flash available. Can he get out? Yes, he can. He uses the heal for good measure. Uses the blast cone to get even further away. Not sure if the heal was necessary, but good on him for evading the gank.
Yeah, unlucky that the hook didn't really connect. Tom didn't quite push him onto in the right direction, but still, that's a flash. That's a heal from the Lulu, so she's a free kill if Tom decides to revisit the bot lane. And yeah, Aeon just winning all around.
Yeah, they're winning all lanes. They're winning in the jungle. Look at the CS difference in the bot lane. It's 20 already for the Varus. Sure, there's a wave to be picked up, so Jinx is going to catch up a little bit. And it's looking like we're going to have ourselves a party in the bot lane. Victor is here, Nocturne's here. Here comes the paranoia. The tethers are onto the AD carry. Varus has no escape. Key will fall to Goop. And that's the first kill for 752. Finally, they're on the board in game 2.
And Key with one thing, when I was playing with Spike, Spike always blamed me for it. And Key has just done the same, flashing away from your lantern. The classic when you're playing with Thresh as an AD carry. But yeah, good collapse, good gank from 752, getting themselves on the board.
Yeah, I think you're giving every Thresh player in the world one gray hair every time you flash away from a lantern.
True, true.
Now they're getting a plate for themselves. This is good gold for Radboy, who's now also caught up in CS. Gold for the AD carries now about even. The only unlucky thing here for Radboy and Flash is that they didn't get an assist on that kill onto Key. So all the gold went onto Goob and 752, but they're not going to be too unhappy with that one. But they're still over 2,000 gold behind from only the CS and the kills in the top lane. So difficult game for them still.
Yeah, we're seeing Goob roaming, getting the kill, but Trolulu for that got plate and 20 CS leads, so that's kind of scary. This Kog'Maw is getting ahead, and it's a champion that scales really, really well.
Oh no, he
And
stole the gromp!
takes the gromp.
That feels so
the
bad.
mental advantage. Ruben is just coming in with the mental warfare.
Yeah. Pyrotom, meanwhile, clearing camps two at the same time. 20 CS ahead in the jungle. Has the Herald in his inventory. I'm interested to see where they're going to put that. Is it more likely to be mid or bot? What do you think?
I'm not sure. They might look to dive the bot lane because, as we said, the Lulu has no flash.
Oh, hook just misses from Lamps. Paranoia is about to be available again. So not the easiest target to gank here and to dive here if this Nocturne presses are. Herald has been summoned though. They are looking for the tower, not for the dive. Here we go. It's 3.5 plates still on the structure. 2 are going to be taken. Paranoia coming in now. They want the engage. They do get all the gold only onto Pyroton because they had to run away from the Paranoia. Well used, this ultimate, honestly. But they still lost a bunch of plates here. And this Varus is still a scary force.
Yeah, I think it's not the worst. Getting the Hecarim ahead, you also want Hecarim to be as far ahead as possible
Oh,
to
Chaos
be able
Storm.
to dive.
Chaos Storm coming out onto Trololo, who still maintains both his summoners. Will have to walk away from the lane though, as he's very, very low now. Clears the wave. Will be able to recall safely. And that is the ultimate gone from Goop for now, as everyone seems to be in a resetting mood here, while the gold lead is 3,000 in the favor of Aeon.
Yeah, the play Nocturne I think that's a really painful thing when you have to use the Nocturnal defensively. You generally want to be making plays. And Spike.
Spike gets the knockup, but he's in a 1v2. To be fair, Power Tom is not all too far away. Can Spike Spiegel live long enough for the Hecarim to swoop in? Here comes the literal cavalry. But it looks like there's no fight going to be happening right now, as the dragon is alive, though, and it's an ocean one. So both teams are going to want to get that one. Looks like 752 are giving it up, though.
Yeah, the Nocturne doesn't seem to be interested. We see Wukong rotating, but doesn't really look. Jinx has attempted to steal with the rocket, but didn't quite succeed. And yeah, Aeon just looking like they're in full control.
Yeah, 3,000 gold. Both dragons, the one Rift Herald that has been killed so far also belongs to them. They've not lost a single structure. Only one kill so far. And one plate, to be fair. And the bot lane went to the side of 752. And now Power Tom is lurking for another gank here. Lamps, can he get the hook? No, he cannot. But Trollu is also moving down.
Yeah, they might look for a dive. Lulu has the wild growth.
Yeah, Lantern in, Hecarim ultimate. They get so much damage up front already. Teleport is coming in now. Key will die to the tower. Red Boy gets the credit. Now Spike has been almost killed by the Salty Croc, and he gets the kill with the help of Nocturne in the top lane. It's a big shutdown onto the Tahm Kench. Meanwhile, the bot lane dive is not gone in their favor either. Goob will probably fall to Paraton. No, he will not. Gets a good flash out. And for some reason, for some miraculous one, they almost get out alive, all of them. But Trololo with a double kill with these very pinpoint living arteries, and they're going to get the tower as their prize. Trololu saving his team from a miscalculated play.
Yeah, the dive didn't quite go too well. Key somehow started tanking, dies to the tower, and at the same time, 752 with Salty Croc dove the Tahm Kench. Oh, let's see.
Oh, Tahm Kench just misses his knockup, and now he's in a 1v2 again. The 752 has stuck around. Spike Spiegel gets away with the fear, but Key with the snipe from long range gets the kill onto Salty Croc. And now 752 uses the blast cone and some movement speed from his W and the crab to get away. But the dive in the top lane costing Salty Croc his life, or rather the greed on trying to kill the tower. And now it's a 1-for-1 overall. 4,000 gold is almost the lead now for the side of Aeon.
Yeah, even though that... Oh, let's see what Key is gonna do.
Goob gets exhausted, will live though. Lamps just misses the hook onto the Nocturne. No further kills for the moment.
Yeah, and even though it looked slow and controlled in the beginning, now there's a little bit more chaos in the game. But it looks like Aeon is still gonna be in the lead.
Oh, Flay
really
gets
nice
by the spell shield. Flash
shield.
away from Key. Hook lands onto the Victor, but it's a 2v4. I don't think they want any piece of that. They could get good return damage onto Goob. Well done on surviving this. It did cost Key his flash, though, so he's going to be vulnerable at this dragon fight in 2 minutes, or on anything that happens until his flash is back up.
Yeah, Lamps is gonna have to be on point with the lanterns because Key doesn't have flash for the next fight.
Spike still in control of this top lane, 15 CS ahead. He's got his 2 kills, he's got his assist, he's got his mythic, but here comes another paranoia onto him. Can he get away? It doesn't look good. He gets the first escape, but the tethers are onto him. The knockup from Salty Croc's ultimate is here. Now they flash forward in the mid lane to get something back. So much damage onto Flash from the Hecarim Pyrotom. He's choosing violence now. They lose their top laner, they gain a skill on the support, and they look like they want to push this mid lane in with 4 members strong.
Yeah. 752 is really trying to get his Wukong back into the game, but I think Spike is just fine with getting ganked and possibly dying while his team is still getting ahead, because at this point he's a Tahm Kench. He's gonna be doing his job anyway.
He's a tank.
Yeah.
He's not going to care about being behind all too much. Salty Croc, it is still vital to get your Wukong to be able to do a lot of damage. The question is, can they get the rest of the team close enough to the Wukong in terms of strength to make it even matter?
Yeah, and even though he has gotten the 2 gangs, he's still pretty much even with the Tam Kench.
Yeah, true. Just 100 gold ahead. The Herald's still in the pocket of Pyrotom. I assume he's going to use that soon as the dragon is spawning in 20 seconds. The first Cloud Dragon off, at least 2 to come. So far, all the dragons have gone to Aeon, so they will want to keep stacking that. Honest, do you think that 752 can challenge them on this one, or should they wait for the soul?
We see that both Jinx and Victor don't really have their mythics yet. Goob just have gotten his Leandris. So I think this one is going to go to Aeon. Yeah, it's not really even gonna be a contest, but it's a Cloud Soul, so worst case scenario, you can maybe give it up and fight for the Elder. We have seen that 752 has been really good in the team fights. So maybe they're looking to scale up and go really late into the game. Although we still have this Kog'Maw who's gonna get scarier and scarier, and he's gonna have assist of the Varus. So if they both land their spells on the Lulu, on the Jinx, or on the Victor, they're just gonna get insta-popped from a screen away.
Yeah. Also, this Hecarim is immensely scary. He's by far the richest player on the map right now. It's about 900 ahead of his own mid laner, who is about 800 ahead of Varus and Tahm Kench. So, scary stuff here. Now, here comes another Hecarim ultimate. Flash away from 752, but Lamps is on the other side of the exchange. These living artilleries are homing in, and Trolulu is on a killing spree. Overextension there from 752 on the Nocturne. And it costs him his life. The Herald is summoned in the top lane. This is going to be another gold swing.
Yeah, he was looking for a pick on Trolulu. He found the Kog'Maw, but didn't expect both the Trash and the Hecarim to be really close. And Lamps is looking for another pick.
Oh,
And
great
the
hook.
max range hook.
Very nice. Onto Goop. The Super Mega Death Rocket hits the Kog'Maw. Herald dies to the Jinx as well, and Lamps gets out.
Yeah, no real follow-up for the... But a nice hook, you know. Another mental edge kind of play. See, the Varus
Oh,
not quite
Paranoia.
hitting too hard now.
Nocturne goes in until Varus gets exhausted. Can Key get out? No, he cannot. Rat Boy with the damage to ensure that. Now Goop getting killed by a Pyrotom. One more hit will do it. There he is. Pyrotom has another one, but he's now 4 members of the enemy team chasing him. Can he frontline this? Yes, he can. The living artilleries force out the wild growth from Lulu. And the flash from Victor is gone as well. Aeon still finding wins within these small overextensions.
Yeah, Key has been getting picked off a little bit by the Nocturne boss spike, and Key not really respecting the Nocturne ultimate too much. But yeah, in the end it's a 1-for-1 because both junglers getting active, picking up enemy carries. But yeah, even though Key dies, I still don't think that much is gonna happen about it. Like, it's a little bit of gold, yes, but Key is... Key doesn't have a shutdown on top of him like Ruben or Tom have, so it's not the biggest deal.
Yeah, and they're still 5,000 gold ahead as a team almost. They have 3 dragons to their name. 2 minutes until the Soul Dragon spawns for the first time. This is definitely an uphill battle for 752. Now, what do you think they can do to make sure this uphill battle doesn't end in disaster all too quickly?
Kill the Kog'Maw somehow. Yeah, and now he has a blue buff, so he can just spit on top of them without worries of getting out of mana.
Spike forces out the Cyclone here, and he's got members coming down towards the bot lane 4, actually, around this Wukong. Salty Croc has to be playing this extremely well to be able to survive this. Pyrotom can tank tower shots left and right. So many. Spike chasing as well. They've chased him back to the inhibitor tower, but for now they live. Lamps brings out a lantern because they want to kill Flash, who flashes away from the enemy team. The chompers from Jinx ensure no further chase is happening, and for now, everybody survives. They're going to turn their attention back to the bot lane, though, and now they're all 5 strong, and not only 4 Salty Crocs on only 450, 600 HP. Gets good dodges in with this W, but here comes Lamps with the hook. Can they get the kill? Flay, flaying him back into himself. Ignite is on as well. Lamps get the autos. Spike misses the tongue lash, and so the kill goes to Lamps.
Look at the top side. Look at the top side.
They're on the Baron, and it's 9,000 HP. They're going to probably get this. I don't think there's anything Aeon can do to get there in time. They committed so many members to the bot lane. This Baron will go down to 752. Good map play from them this time.
Yeah, this time 752 getting a sneaky Nashor. Aeon couldn't really respond. Maybe overcommitted a little bit for the pick and the pressure on the bot side, but the bot side is all theirs, so it's gonna be a trade of Baron Nashor for Cloud Soul.
Yeah.
If I'm 752 at this point, I think I take it.
Yeah, it's quote unquote only Cloud Soul, right? It's gonna be a bit annoying with the movement speed for Trollulu and for Pyrotom especially. But Baron and closing the gold gap is definitely worth a lot right now if you're the team with the Jinx Lulu, especially.
Yeah,
and,
let's see how much they can do with it.
Yeah, props also to Salty Croc for wasting so much time in the bot lane, evading so many skill shots with his Wukong. Even though he died eventually, I think he played that extremely well.
Yeah, that's what you want to see from your weak side top laner.
Alright then, as this soul has been picked up, and the Baron buff is still on 752, they are yet to be able to use the Baron buff in any positive way for now. They're just using the gold. They're still about 3,500 gold behind. They've closed the gap by a little bit, but they still need to find a way to actually win team fights, because their comp can't split push as well as the one that Aeon had in the first game. Wukong is strong, but he's not quite a fed Fiora.
Yeah, and still with Wukong, you kinda won the team fights. Because I don't think that keeping him in the side lane is gonna do that much.
Alright, then it seems like Aeon are happy to just wait out the Baron buff for now, not looking for any fights specifically at the very moment. Just clearing waves, killing jungle camps. Pyrotom is still insanely strong in the second room. Look at the CS. He's got the highest CS number in the game at 24 minutes as a jungler. That is impressive stuff from the jungler of Aeon.
Yeah, Tom, really efficient with the pathing and the farming. Being really far ahead. Oh!
Spike wants a piece of Goob. He's got the 3 stacks on him. If he gets a Q on him and gets a stun, this could be lethal. Goob trying to run away as fast as he can, gets some good damage from the laser and the minions, flashes away from another W, and now Spike has to use the Grey Health for the shield. Gets stunned, but not under the tower, so it looks like he can waddle away on his froggy legs. Here comes the Paranoia. Now it's another 4 for 1. No, he's nearsighted, he's fleeing, he's dead. Goob gets the kill credit. And that was an overextension from Spike, trying to make another flashy play. But this time he's not on the Fiora with the high skill expression. This time he's on the Tahm Kench.
Yeah, once again, not really respecting the Paranoia. But let's see if Tom can punish.
That's a lot of movement speed on Tom and Lamps. The tethers are on the support. That means Tom is free to ult in himself. He's on a rampage. 4-0 and 2 on this Hecarim. And they get the tower in the bot lane through Trollulu as well. They are still winning all over the map, even if one of them gets caught and dies. Aeon just playing this so well as a team for the moment.
Yeah, just slapping them with their pockets at this point.
Oh, Trollulu in the 1v1 against Salty Croc, but it's not going to be a 1v1 for much longer as Goop comes in with the laser. Shutdown goes to Salty Croc. That's 700 gold for the Wukong, something he can definitely use. And this time, there's not a punish for the catch. So finally something going 100% the way of 752. It's a 4,000 gold deficit, but they clawed themselves back a little bit. And this Cloud Soul is not as threatening as another soul would be. Could this be the start of the comeback here, Honest?
Might be. We will see what 752 can do with the picks. So far, one thing, like, you could say Aeon has been playing pretty clean, but one thing we have to scold them a little bit about is their carries getting picked off in the side lanes or in general just over pushing. Both Spike, Key, and Ruben at this point have been caught, and yeah, they are just giving 752 time to scale with losing those picks.
Yeah, also these shutdowns are getting pretty big. As I said, 700 gold is what Cholulu just gave Salty Croc. The only one who's not been caught yet when it comes to players who can carry this game is Pyrotom. He's been mostly flawless this game, and I think it's on his shoulders at the moment to bring that Kog'Maw and that Varus to more items so they can start to carry themselves.
Yeah, and in 1 minute 30 seconds we will have the Elder Drake, and that's definitely a fight that 752 has to take.
Right then. They're looking for picks in the jungle. Southern quadrant full of wards. They're pushing 752 out of that quadrant of the map for now. Lamps missing a hook here. Now they could chase onto the Tahm Kench. Here comes the Paranoia onto the bot laners. That's a flash away from Key and from Lamps, and they live. And Nocturne pays for that Paranoia with his life. Finally, they punish him for going in, and without the jungler, this is going to be extremely dangerous to defend on the Elder Dragon. They get Goop as well. Kill credit goes to the Frog. The Living Artillery is still doing so much. Salty Croc has the Cyclone still. Can he do something? They get the Tahm Kench, but it's only a 2-for-1, and the Elder is alive in 40 seconds. The vision will belong to Aeon, and they win yet another fight.
Yeah, Goop will respawn before the Drake spawns, so he can TP, and 752 will be up as well. So the fight didn't really equate too much other than Aeon getting full control of the vision. Let's see if 752 are gonna contest it.
Something interesting I've just seen is a bunch of red pings onto Baron Nashor, who is also alive. So it could be an exchange here if one team commits too early to something, but it looks like the fight will be for the Elder Dragon. TP has come in from Spike, and it looks like Goop is for now just walking towards that dragon. Vision control does belong to Aeon, though, who were here first. Now Blastcon is used into the Dragon Pit. The dragon not quite engaged, it seems.
Important thing, pretty much no one on the side of Aeon has flashes.
Yeah, only Spike.
Only Spike, and on the side of 752, both Flash and Goop have flashes. But we see
Here
the
comes the
engage.
Acro That's a double fear and a pushback onto Red Boy. They have killed Key already, though. Chaotic fight breaking out. Pyrotom's unstoppable. The Lulu has fallen. Both supports dead, but one jungler is already gone. The Nocturne is dead, so only one smite still on the map. Double kill, though, goes to Goop. Extremely well executed there. And now Pyrotom has to run away. It's not looking good. The Super Mega Death Rocket helps on the shutdown. There is so much money again in the pockets of Salty Croc. And it's 3 members alive for 752, and only Cholulu remains on the map for Aeon. 752 win the team fight. They have their Jinx online, they have their Victor online, and now only the Living Artillery luck shot can save this Elder Dragon for Aeon. Ratboy has to be really careful. They're both carries on pretty low HP. If these Living Artilleries get them, they could still die. The Elder Dragon seems to be disengaged from, as right now 752 respawns. Teleport. Not able to come in for anyone except Salty Croc, who is still there. He could recall and teleport back in. No engagement for now on the Elder Dragon. Everybody's gone, but they're all walking back to contest once
Ruben
again.
staying alive and saving the game.
Once again,
just
yeah.
with a couple living artilleries. It's just really well played by him. They can't really stay in the pit versus this Kog'Maw. He still has a blue buff, so he will not run out of mana doing this. And they also didn't really have tools to just go and catch him. So nicely played by Rubens, keeping the game alive, even though Aeon has lost the team fight.
Right, the dance is on once again. Vision is being cleared inside the Dragon Pit. Goop has walked to the top side to farm some jungle camps there. He's got the teleport available to join the fight should it break out. The question is when and how will it break out? The dragon seems to have been engaged once again by Aeon. This time, Cholulu has flash.
Bot lane is resetting.
Yeah, the bot lane is resetting. Now they know it's on, but can they get back there in time? It doesn't look like it. Do they even try to contest this. Super Mecha Death Rocket is coming out, but this is way too early. This will not be able to steal this. Now the only hope is a Smite steal by the jungler. Wukong is here as well, uses a W, but the dragon is already gone. Now they have the Uber buff of the Elder Dragon, and that means it's going to be basically impossible to challenge Aeon taking Baron Nashor as well to grow their gold lead even further.
Yeah, now they're gonna go for Nashor, and that should be all she wrote. This after they get both, I assume they'll just go for the end. 752 looking to push out their waves to make it harder for Aeon to finish in a single push, which is really smart from them. They know they can't really contest the objective, so they're trying to push out as much as they can.
Yeah, getting a tower as well in the process, so at least getting some gold back. They're still only quote unquote 4,500 gold behind. They have done well in minimizing their losses for now. But double Uber buffs on the side of Aeon is going to be an extremely tough challenge for the next few minutes.
Yeah, 752 definitely bought themselves some time with the waves pushed out, so Aeon can't just go for the throat immediately. They had to reset. They're all buying the items, and we see the Kog'Maw has a new hat.
And it's a very pretty hat that gives very much AP. He is standing at 780. I repeat 780 AP right now. That is going to hurt.
Definitely. If he lands, I believe with Elder Deck, if he lands like 2 Rs on someone, he's also level 16, so that's so he can spit a lot.
Yeah. That spit is. Oh, look at that! That was an auto attack, actually. And that almost killed Ratboy right there.
Yeah, the Varus also starting to hurt a lot. And yeah, now if two skill shots land on someone from 752, I think they are just getting executed by the Elder Drake.
Yeah, they also have no true tank. They only have Nocturne and Wukong to engage fights. That is extremely hard to do against Elder Dragon when the health bars aren't that deep and that filled with resistances. So the mid lane inhibitor falls without much challenge, and they're going for the top lane, top side push next. Elder Dragon still on for quite a while here, as well as the Baron buff helping them push this. Look at this living artillery left and right, and Flash is just going to die! Oh my goodness, Chololu, if he hits another one on Red Boy, he's dead as well. Here they come with the Varus Q, and that's both bot laners already fallen to the long range poke from Chololu and Key, and this means a 5v3 right now. And they're going to keep going. Pyrotom wants a piece of the enemy jungler, gets the ultimate on the backside of Goob, who will fall. Elder buff has worn off, but it does not matter anymore. Lamps will give his life for the chase. Knockup's coming in. The AD carry dies as well, actually. Key falls here, but it doesn't really matter. Only one member still alive. Paranoia tries to save the game, but he's just not going to do anything. Cholo gets eaten by the Tahm Kench. They're going to kill the jungler, and this is going to be all she wrote. Aeon 2-0 over 752.
Yeah, the Kog'Maw and Varus just doing so much damage in the end. You just simply can't walk up whatsoever.
Yep. Whew.
Yeah,
That was a tense game, to be fair. 35 minutes. They were in the lead the whole time, but it took them an Elder in addition to a Baron buff to finally end it. Great performance by Aeon. Even though they got caught a couple times, they should start respecting Paranoia in the early and mid game a lot more. But still, overall, clean game.
yeah. They were getting picked off by the Nocturne a little bit on the sides and in the mid lane, but well, happens. Didn't matter in the end.
Yeah.
Really nicely played by Aeon.
Absolute massive performance once again from Trollu. Again, by quite a long shot, the most damage in the game. Only that one time he got caught, but he's 7-1-4 on this mid lane Kog'Maw.
And like one
Absolutely huge.
important thing to say, he also saved the game on the Elder Drake, even though Aeon lost the fight. The 752 couldn't take the couldn't take the Elder Drake in the face of the Kog'Maw, and then Aeon just got the, as you said, uber buffed and ended the game. And I believe we have the man himself, Trollulu, in waiting for an interview.
Yeah, I assume he's going to do the typical Cholulu interview, which I'm really looking forward to. So we're ready to drag him in uh, to hear what he thinks about this win today. Here he is. Welcome. Congratulations on the win, Cholulu. It was a 2-0. It looked clean for a while, but then it got a little bit shaky around the Elder Dragon, right?
Nah, I won't shake you at all. Man, you know what? For all the times I flame Salty Crocky's my boy, I gotta give him some sort of hope. I can't leave him high and dry. I gotta give him a little shutdown, give him a little hope on the Elder, but when it comes down to it, I'm just gonna rain my ulties on the Lulu. So nah, no worries at all the entire game.
So the first game, the 0-3, was also giving him some hope.
The 0-3, I was just showing to the viewers at home, you can win while just running it down, inting your fucking ass off. You can just randomly die for no reason 3 times, and you tell your Fiora, push the fucking towers, you useless piece of, and he'll just go and he'll just keep running.
Yeah,
So yeah,
That's pretty much what happened. That's pretty much
yeah,
what happened.
yeah, that was a
exactly.
very scary Fiora in game one there. So talk me through Champ Select in game one there. They locked the Mordekaiser. Did you guys immediately know, okay, this is a Fiora game? Are we going to split push?
Um, Through the champ select, we see they triple ban. Okay, let me put it this way: we were looking at our bands. We're like, who's their best player? Rat Boy. Oh, he only plays one champ. Samira, sure, whatever. We'll just ban Salty Croc. Make him a bit unhappy. Get him off his comfort. That we see they triple ban mid. I insta screenshot it, sent it to all my friends, all two of them. Right?
They actually penta banned you
Yeah,
with the
that's
second phase
because
as well.
That's because they're really insecure. I don't know what this Silas ban's about. The account I play Silas on, I averaged 10 deaths on this champs. Yeah, but anyway, we're just chilling the entire time. They're picking all these cringe picks. We're like, oh, Seraphine, that's definitely mid. Goob's gonna be completely insecure. Whatever, sure. We'll just play. We'll just play for Spike Spiegel Spotlight. That was it in draft, and it was also, hey guys, what do we pick? Complete silence. Fuck it, I'll just pick for myself.
The
Yeah.
full VL experience.
Yeah. So I just want to ask about the Kog'Maw Victor matchup. When was it all planned to give them blue side to make them pick the Victor?
Dude, I was saying, okay, who the fuck was it who suggested it? Someone was like, "Oh, just ban Victor, so he's off of comfort." Who was this? I need to name and shame them.
I don't know.
Someone, I don't remember. Someone from our team, whatever. And then someone called me a lizard.
Right. Someone from Aeon, feel yourself called out.
Well,
All right then.
you, but yeah, I was saying I have 3 picks that are good into Victor: Zerath, Ziggs, and Cog, and they banned Zerath and Ziggs, so I had to go Cog. So it was always planned to go mid, yes.
And it
Okay.
paid off big time. Huge pay on the Kog'Maw. Now looking forward towards the rest of the season. You are 3-0 now. You've only dropped a single game. Do you expect to go undefeated in the regular season?
Uh, yeah, well, what we've only got like one team left, aren't they? Like terrible.
Yeah, you have one series versus UPR left.
Yeah, they don't have crazy, right? So we're chilling. Like I don't know what they're gonna do without Frozone. They dropped. They lost to these guys. UPR lost to 7-5-2, and we just 2-0'd them. That's gonna be free low. Yeah, we're fine.
All right then. With that said, come playoffs, you're going to meet teams from Division 1B. Anyone in particular you definitely want to face, or anyone you think that could match you?
I want to play CPS. Because I don't know. It's when I last played against Luxor, it was like, oh yeah, he got solo killed level 2, and then his fucking support solo carried him. I want to see if that happens again, or if I can kick the shit out of him.
Yeah, Luxor, if you're hearing this, be ready.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, and no supports mid lane. Just make it a 1v1.
He would do it. He would as well. What? Fuck him.
Also, congratulations on hitting the promised land of the.
Yeah, I'm finally in Hyla. Yeah, it's because I leveled up to level 200, and when you hit level 200, you get this like bluish border around your icon. So I thought, well, it doesn't really fit to have plat as my rank, so I just started playing rank to get the bluish rank as well.
All right. So far, everything going your way this split, Trollolo. Anyone you want to call out, or anyone you want to call out positively before we wrap this up?
I'll do one positive, one negative. Positive, my mother, you did an excellent job giving birth to such a fantastic human being. Negative, Salty Croc, you're a little fucking noob. Bye bye, bye bye, 02, 02. Anyway, there you go, that's it.
Thank you very much.
No worries, no worries.
I bet Salty Croc is gonna be really happy about this.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
All right, then. All that's left for me to say is thank you guys very much for being here and watching this game with us, this match with us. Trollolo, congratulations again on the win. Thank you, Honest, on casting with me, and of course, Stephen
Thank
in
you.
production as well. We are hoping to see you guys watch us again on Monday when Division 3 is playing. Until then, have a very nice evening, and thank you again for watching.
Bye.